So this is a quick little video update on the first week of this thing. I mean, it's been about a week. I've spent a couple of hours every single day kind of like messing with it. What I started to do was basically clean the fudging thing out, and it turns out that, yeah, a toothbrush and isopropyl alcohol is your best friend when you're trying to clean contacts. All of these things, oh my gosh, just running through, just doing this, for ages. Just kind of making sure all of the bits are out because it wasn't the cleanest of things in the world. So I'm being very realistic. This isn't going to be up and running by the time the museum opens. No, I think this is going to be a little bit of a slightly longer, slow burner of a project because I really need to get on with the Game Boy Mega Machine before this thing. But it's the more I've spent on it, the more I've cleaned up. The more time I've spent on it, the more I've been cleaning up. Well, the more noises it makes. That's something. One of the first problems after cleaning it up was I kept on popping a fuse. It was the fuse RFA RELS, relay fuse alarm release. I think that's what has been said. This one right here, which is the release relay, well, it had a resistor going across the back of it that basically had zero resistance. So it was just shorting out and making the fuse go pop every time. I basically just used a continuity tester and just went through the whole thing until I found what the problem was. And yeah, it's really odd because it's like, because as I've spoken, it seems that this might be a modification. It's got grey, white, black. It's a metal film resistor. It looks like a metal film resistor. It's very small. I can't really get a close up on it. But the thing is, it's a free band resistor, so it's got a fat grey stripe and then a thin white and then thin black stripe, and yeah, it basically gives you the resistance of pretty much below 1 ohm. So like whether that is a 0 ohm resistor is a bit of a joke. I really don't know. I'm not sure what it's used for. And also, I guess whilst this thing's been around, it's been moved all over the place. A few of the wires have came loose, and I've hunted down most of the loose cables already. There was a couple of loose around the connections around the back of these line finders, and there was also a number of them that came apart from the resistors in the front. There's 3 resistors down here at the bottom that are double decked onto this that aren't in any other UAX13, so I'm trying to figure what that is, and it's not actually going anywhere. They're actually being cut, so I'm trying to figure out what the fudge that is. So yeah, after fettling around for a little while, well, they're making some noise, they're doing some things, they're going back to 0 at least. They know how high they're going. However, the test doesn't seem to do much. But I guess the question is, am I expecting it to do anything? Because right now there's no pulse generator, there's no ringer plugged in. Is this going to function at all without the pulse commands? Because I know the pulses send something into these control boxes. These are the control boxes. So yeah, that's the question I've got, I guess. Is this the next step to wire up the ringer? Oh, I didn't know it was at the top then. Ah! Yeah, I guess that's the question. I definitely need to do some reading because are the tests going to be doing anything? So I've got 4 group selectors up and running, so that's okay. As far as I know, these are happy as Larry. So that's okay, I think. These are alright. Oh, yeah, interesting. So, I mean, some of them are being a little bit temperamental. The allotters are going off. Oh, I need to do some serious work to figure this out. I really need to sit down and figure this thing out. So the allotters... I don't have a fucking clue. And I got one final sitting up top, which is, you know, working, but I mean, it's not going to be very useful until I've got anything else going. So this is obviously a very quick video, just basically looking at where it is and the problems. Hopefully if you've seen these things functioning before, you're going to be having your head in your hands going, what is he doing? But I mean, it's got this far, and the more I fettle, the more it goes. I may have trouble wiring up this ringer up to it because this is not quite the right one, but I have a feeling I might be able to, and if not, I might actually build a relay kind of replica of a ringer to sort of do all the pulses that go into it. So I need to figure out what pulses need to actually be, so I need to figure out which pulses are important for the operation. It doesn't matter about any of the tones right now. What I need to figure out is the pulses that need to go into here to make it do its thing, or whether it's supposed to be doing its thing somewhat without any pulses. That's the questions I've got, and the only way I'm going to answer that is to sit down and literally read all the documentation that's been kindly sent to me. Thank you very much. Oh, this is going to be an interesting journey indeed. I'll be doing these little videos on this machine as time goes on, as it progresses. But yeah, I'm just going to spend an hour or two every morning basically just messing about with it, seeing how it goes, and just keep on going, and then hopefully wire it up to the mainframe, and we'll see. We're also going to have a look at, we're also going to be playing a shoot off of figuring out what's wrong with the rest of the group selectors. Each of them have a little bit of a problem that I can't quite figure out. I've managed to figure these ones out, but the other ones are a little bit odd. Yeah, this one's a weird one actually. So yeah, I'll be doing a video on that, and we can figure out the problems together, hopefully. So hopefully you'll find it interesting and not super frustrating watching somebody like me mess with something that I haven't got a fudging clue what it does, but you know, we're getting there, fingers crossed. We're getting there. I just love the noises. Oh.